Frosty coming through the final two corners now. Goes down to 5th, up to 6th. Now just has to keep it clean for no invalidation. It looks clean, so across the line for the first time lap is a 1 minute 3.886. That's a solid lap for him. Dylan, as they set a 4 and a 2. As they're all coming across the line now. Hayden is invalid. Yeah, his freaky goes on to provisional pole with a 3.6. So we look back to Patrick now, who's gone P3. Good from him. So this might be it. This might be where we see the times. Instead of waiting until the clock ends, this could be it for YOLO Boy. Is this going to be pole position? Because the inters are going to come out pretty soon. Across the line, is it pole position? It's P2 by 5 thousandths. He misses out. Such a close margin, but the rain's coming down now. And we should have expected it from how overcast it was to get wet. I thought it was just going to stay dry as Freaky extends his advantage. What a lap to go a whole 10th quicker. I thought someone else had beaten him to it. But with 10 minutes left, it looks like no one else can. Dylan, Patrick, they're all on laps, but looks like that's going to be the grid, folks. Freaky F1 will be on pole position from Frosty Life, and Dylan the top 3. So the championship leader, Patrick F1 P4, he's obviously been the best starter so far this season. As we're all set and ready. Here come the lights. Here come the revs. And these are the revs. It's lights out and away we go. Freaky F1 leads away. Patrick hasn't exactly had the greatest start. He's still trying to join back. But now Kai's going around the outside as Freaky leads them into turn 1. As though they're all going wide. I think that's Amelia going off track there. But they've all somehow managed to keep it facing forward. It's 3 wide. Ace Spencer hasn't had the greatest start in the world, but now they're keeping the dust all flickering up as they head through turn 2 and 3 and tier 2. What is this? You've all managed to keep it clean as Dylan is now side by side with Frosty for P2, heading down into turn 4. Who's going to come out in front? Frosty breaks much later. Dylan's going to try and hold it around the outside, and you know what? He might have actually. They're still wheel to wheel, looking further on at the back, and we have got a spinner. It's Charlie who's hit the wall. He's lost his whole front wing as Kai now gets ahead of Moore Island. Great start from, I think, all of them, but they've actually managed to keep it in position as it's a BSC, as Sasha gets ahead of JJ. Some of them are pitting. Moore Island, second in the championship, going for questionable strategy. It could pay off, it could not. Mediums. Anyway, the VSC is over, and Dylan is already under pressure from Kai. Kai, after having a very impressive French Grand Prix, is already up past one of the championship leaders, but Dylan's coming back at him. Down the inside goes the Aston Martin. Kai's going to try the switchback, and he's still wheel to wheel alongside that Aston Martin. They bang wheels once again. Kai nearly goes onto the grass. Dylan has the inside. Kai's going to once again go for the switchback. He's just going to have to hold on for now, as Patrick has now overtaken one McLaren, and you know what? He might get the second. He could do 2 in 1 here. Is he going to send it to the inside? Last of the late breakers, and he's done it. He's managed to get the move into P6. He's gone wide. He's sent them both off the track, actually, and that's allowed his teammate to now get past Josh. And Jimbo's now on the back of him. And Hayden might actually have a run. Is he going to look to the inside? He is. Down the inside goes Hayden on Patrick, and he's made the move stick just about. But Patrick's now coming back with those soft tyres. He gets the better grip and traction, and he's now back up in P6. Started P4, obviously, as something's happened. The 2 McLarens have come together. Oh, what has happened there? Chicken Rosary gets him in a P9. Josh, Jim Bob, and Hayden. It kind of glitched. But the 2 McLarens, like we've seen in EXFL's history, have had some drama. Patrick is already closing on the back of Sasha. Sasha on the mediums, of course. He's the lead non-top 10 driver, so watch out for him. This man, right here. So no! Kai has spun! Not spin, but Frosty and Dylan now further up ahead are wheel to wheel. 2 of the championship leaders. Barely any centimetres between them. Dylan now gets a win of P2. Frosty, the rename, has not managed to hold on to P2, and Dylan now sets his eyes on Freaky for P1. Patrick now gets a penalty. Who's pitting? It is Dylan for the undercut. What will it be? Another set of softs, so he is going for that undercut. That is a smart move, but he does put at risk if there's any safety cars. Matt is using his ERS2, as we've got a yellow in sector 1. Lenny! And that can cause a safety car for not. It is a safety car! Lenny has crashed, he must have spun, and it is a safety car. And that might mess up Dylan's chances now. This has literally Christmas has come early for these two, and especially for Freaky. He can pit and regain the lead. Where will Dylan be? He'll be behind Moore Island. So what an amazing strategy for Alfa Romeo to be 1-2 after 12 laps. Or something's happened because Patrick has had a collision with Sasha. He's had another one. He's at the back. What's going on? Oh my god! Sasha's hit the back of Frosty, and now he's definitely got wing damage. Freaky leads them away ahead of his teammate. Jim Bob is dropping down. I'm a Wild Matt is getting higher up into the field as we focus now in the front. Everyone seems to be facing the right direction so far. But Josh is now dropped down to last. We face back to the front. Patrick is getting hot-headed and now goes down the inside of Sasha. Seems like they're all keeping it clean, but who knows who's going to spin at any moment. Looks like one of the Red Bulls has been forced off by Matt. 3-second penalty for Hayden. They're glitching a bit, but it looks like they're all keeping it clean. But looking back at in the front, he's going to use those softs to good use, even if he's at a disadvantage. Dylan is gaining so much on one of his championship rivals. Is he going to send it on Moore Island? This could be critical. Down the inside of the Alfa Romeo, and the Aston Martin makes his way into P2. But it's not done yet. They're still wheel to wheel. They're still side by side. There's fractions of centimetres between them. But Dylan now has the inside line. Matt is ahead, but Dylan now will try and get the inside. Matt has better traction, but Matt... Oh, the respect between them was enough to keep them both facing forward. And Matt stays ahead. No, he doesn't. He lets Dylan through. Good respect there and good racing from these two, because that could have been an almighty collision. But it's allowed the other championship leader, one of them, Frosty, to get into P, right behind them, should I say. P1, 2, 3 and 4 are literally 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Frosty's trying all kinds of ways to get... No! Frosty! Oh, mano! We have another safety car. And we caught that one. This is really going to help Alfa Romeo with no penalties. Really going to help Chicken Rosary. What's going on? Dylan has spun under the safety car. And just when you think you've seen everything, you've seen even more. Dylan, face it in the right direction, mate. Oh, he's got a lot of gap to the guy, to his teammate. But Dylan... Oh, Moore Island pits, that's why. I thought I saw something going on. Patrick doesn't want to touch the back like he did Sasha. Freaky now goes. He's gone. Patrick follows him. And Kai, Chicken Rosary. Josh has now got a great restart. And he's now going to try and down the inside of the Red Bull. JJ Francis has got a front row seat at this. Who's going to give way? Josh goes down the inside of Chicken Rosary. Chicken Rosary goes off the track there. And now JJ Francis has got a brilliant run on both of them. He's using his ERS. He's trying to find a gap. And now he's going to try and make it 3 wide on the straight. He can't quite. Unless he's going to send it. He doesn't quite send it, but what's going on further at the back? More battles. Seems like they're all keeping it clean. There's too many to count. Sasha keeps last. Wild Matt is in 13. Hayden 14. Dylan 11. Ace Spencer. And it looks like Moore Island. 4-way battle here. Wherever you place your car could be very important. Josh has managed to come out in P4. Brilliant stuff on him. High pits from P4. So this is going to drop him down outside the top 10, definitely. Looking further back at the front, Moore Island is on the back. The two championship leaders are now going wheel to wheel here. Moore Island gets ahead of Patrick, but Patrick, is he going to try and hold it? No, he's not. He's going to try. And he actually hits the back of Moore Island. And he's actually going to get the DRS. He's using all his ERS. He's saved up a hell of a lot. But Moore Island has barely got any. But he's using what he can. Patrick, is he going to go inside, outside? He's going to try and send it to the inside, but he backs on. Hopefully Moore Island will go one. As Patrick, the two championship leaders, battling again. This time Matt... This time Matt hits Patrick up. The race calms down a bit now, and then it picks it back up again as Dylan has got ahead of JJ Francis, as Dylan lags a bit there, but JJ Francis wasn't going to put up a fight, and now Dylan will have his eyes set on trying to gain and at least beat Patrick to gain on the championship leader. And speaking of the championship leaders, they're now going wheel to wheel at Austria. We've had some Titanic scraps before as Josh is battling with Kai. We want to see this though. The two title contenders, wheel to wheel. Patrick's going to hang it around the outside. As I thought he was going to hit Moore Island there. It was so tantalisingly close. From Air 1-2. I'm sure Matt would prefer to be standing on the top step instead of second. But here he comes again. Inside. It is the inside, and he's going to sweep clean of the Mercedes, but the Mercedes will have now the DRS. Patrick will try the switchback as we got a yellow. It's Amelia. She's spun, so Patrick's teammate not exactly having the greatest race, but focusing more on his her teammate. Now he's going to switch to the outside. Once again, this is brilliant stuff. Matt has actually overcooked it a bit there, and now Patrick will have the better run, and he'll try and get ahead. Once again, now around the outside, is Patrick going to leave the space? Moore Island has actually kept his nose in there. Matt has gone off, so he's going to get lapped now. Moore Island, is he going to try? No! The two title contenders have touched, and that is what we were expecting on the previous lap. But now, the two title contenders have come together. Well, at least Patrick has spun Moore Island. It's just like Hamilton and Verstappen. The Mercedes has left his title rival down further in the field. But the important thing is Matt is still in this race. One of them, Dylan, has been spun by JJ Francis. Another twist and another turn. I was going to say if one of them gets retracted for these two. But JJ Francis has spun Dylan. And unfortunately, Dylan has got front wing damage starting his last lap. Dylan gets a penalty, Hayden gets a penalty, and JJ Francis, for a last lap overtake, goes down the inside of Patrick, and this might actually save Moore Island's race. Patrick, it's not the first time we've seen a Mercedes take that line on the last lap, but Patrick versus JJ Francis for one more time. Looks like Patrick, Hayden, JJ will have to stick behind Patrick, but no one's bothering Freaky out in front, and for the first time, it's going to be another different winner, a new winner in EXFL. It's Freaky F1 taking the win at the Austrian Grand Prix. Freaky wins in Spielberg. Patrick will come home for P2 on the road. JJ Francis will be behind him because he has more pens, but here comes Hayden. Obviously he won't beat them, but all now eyes on Moore Island as he comes across the line. Where is he going to be after this race? It's P2. He has got it by half a second. It's